We've already had a poll. They like the dirt, but they kind of want concrete back.
Okay. Yeah. Is that right? All right. So look, Kyle Larson's a dirt guy, right? And if the dirt guy says we don't need to be running these cars on dirt, let's not do it.
That guy there's jacked up. That man right there jacked up.
Look
at him.
I enjoy dirt racing. I think it's fun. We've had a lot of great times with Brexton racing on dirt, going to the short tracks at Millbridge and across the country, running dirt stuff, whether it's been go-karts, junior sprints, micros, me running dirt late models, all that stuff. He's going to get to the dirt late models once upon a time in a few years. And so, I have got nothing against the dirt. It's just these cars don't belong on the dirt. You want to run a dirt race with the Cup guys, bring a dirt car. Let's go all race in dirt cars together, So that's how I see it.
I love this. Not name dropping, but just having a really good time in front of great race fans. Every once in a while you call me, and you're looking for a dirt race for your son.
Yeah.
Your love for your family, your wife, bleeds through, buddy. You're a good man. So what schedule are we on with your son? Because he is the real deal, and he really can drive. Where are we at right now?
Well, I wanted him to stay home this weekend and go racing. There's a big quarter midget race in North Carolina, so I was hoping that he would go run that. But Mama wanted an off weekend and to be able to come up here, spend it as a family for Easter, which I appreciate. That's fine. So they're here this weekend and, looking forward to a great night tonight on Bristol Dirt. But then next week, he runs Tuesday at Millbridge, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're going to Nashville.
Dirt racer?
No, it's pavement this time.
Oh, pavement.
Yeah, we're running the Bandolero this
yeah.
upcoming week. So he's getting a little bit more seat time behind different vehicles and stuff like that. So we got a Bandolero to start with for this year.
Bigger vehicles.
Bigger car. Yep.
Yeah.
And he ran earlier this year down in Florida in the beginner bandit class, which is for the like somebody who's just joining on and getting into a Bandolero. And he could have won all 5 days, but he ended up winning 3 out of the 5, and had a really great run. Just first time in the car was really fast. So this week going over to Nashville, we're going to bump him up to the middle class with the kids that are like 8 to 10 years old and put him up a class to see how he does. So get him some competition. Make sure he gets better.
Yeah.
So Kyle, what are you going to see tonight? How's this race going to be?
I don't know. It depends on how much stuff they do to the track, right? It's all about track prep and how well these races turn out. So I thought last night's race was really great. The truck race was really good. There was a lot of action kind of going back and forth. The high line really never came in and materialized that well where guys could really make the outside work because the bottom never deteriorated enough for the bottom to fall off, So I'd love to see the racetrack kind of move around a little bit. Last night didn't develop a cushion. Last year we had a cushion, so when you have something to lean on, with these cars especially, you need something to lean on because if you don't have anything to lean on, it's like being on ice. So, they just have to see how all the track goes. But, we start 5th. The race is going to start on the bottom for a while, and we got a bottom starting spot, so hopefully that's good for us, and we'll move around after that.
And let's not forget, last year, I heard you a couple of weeks ago. You said, well, I won the race, but I didn't deserve the race. But you ran great last year. You ran 3rd. I've never had a present like that. At what point going into turn 3? At what point going into turn? Now, I asked you what it was like to win Fontana.
Yeah.
You won this race last year. When did you go, I can't believe this?
Well, it actually started much before that. So
you were watching them?
No, so about 20 to go, 25 to go to 20 to go, I was racing with Briscoe. And I was on his outside, and I was just racing him to death, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, he's faster than me. If I just let him go, he might get up there and get to the 8 car and clear him out, and I could win this thing.
Good move.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to throttle back just a little bit. I had to manipulate the race for myself, right? Well, we all have this controversy of how you manipulate races. I did it. I let Briscoe go. He went up there and he chased him down to go wreck him for me. So it all worked out. You take him when you can get him. And what's ironic about that is it was 3 or 4 weeks earlier. I called out Bowman for stealing one at Vegas, where I was the leader, was coming to the end of the race, last 3 laps, and caution comes out. We have a green, white checker finish, and I don't end up winning. So I was pissed off about that. Let's all be honest. And, you know, I was able to get it right back just like that. So take them when you can get them, but it's much more fun when you're able to go out there and earn it.
Let's go right to Fontana. So, I mean, you're the most popular, polarizing driver at the start of the year because we all followed you during the winter. What's he going to do? I'm a big fan of yours because you're a bad boy. You go to Fontana and you literally kick their ass. When you got out, when you came to the checker flag, when you were coming off of 4, what were you thinking?
Well, I got to lead, you know, the last 30 laps or whatever it was, and you know, you always get into the realm of like, okay, I've had a lot of great wins, but I've had so many that fallen away or taken away or you lost or whatever. I'm like, okay, how's this one going to get taken today, you know? But just kind of being too pessimistic. But, you know, once I was able to run all the laps, come off of turn 4 for the final time, I was like, hell yeah, man, this is way too cool. This is really awesome. We had 3 really strong weeks to start the season, from the Clash to Daytona on to Fontana, and then the last, you know, 3 weeks haven't been as good as we want it to be, but, you know, we're fighting through a lot of the processes and things that I'm not accustomed to, but the things that RCR's been accustomed to for a long time and working through all that to be better.
Kyle, these top-tier race teams, they're all really, really good. Joe Gibbs Racing, great organization. Richard Childress Racing, great organization. But there's differences, right,
oh, yeah.
Along the way. First of all, how energizing is it, but also how challenging was it to change from one group to another after being with one for so long?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a tough change, you know, and it's a change I didn't really think was going to happen or wanted to go through. You know, had a great relationship where I was for a long, long time, and things just didn't materialize. So, you know, basically shown the door. But had an opportunity where Austin called me and we got hooked up with Richard and had some conversations and made a deal. So it's really cool to be at a place where, you know, you can come in and make an impact and everybody just elevates and everybody's excited and everybody just, you know, ramps up during the off season. And even when you know, when I signed and when the announcement was made, I mean, just the excitement and hearing from Richard every week about the shop and all the guys, and then being able to get over there and go see them and walk around and get a chance to meet most of them. It's been really, really cool. So basically a breath of fresh air, you know, whole new life, opportunity to be able to go out there and succeed with another team, and being back with Team Chevy is really cool as well. So I'm excited about that. And, you know, just being a part of a legacy team, you know, and with RCR, been around for a long, long time, and having as many sponsors as we do, that's a lot different, you know. The marketing side's a lot different than what I'm used to, but the competition side's different as well. And there's just a lot of things you work through, but it's like going to either a new high school or moving off and going to college or something else, you know. It's just new.
So we had Austin up here before you, and we talked about this subject. I'm going to ask you the same question, but you're on the receiving end, okay? What did it feel like to have a competitor like Austin Dillon call you up and say, man, please come drive for our family?
Yeah.
Was it weird?
No, it wasn't. Austin and I, we've been friends for a long time. You know, actually, when I had my Truck Series team and we were going to the Xfinity Series, I called him and asked him if he would come race for KBM when we were going Xfinity. So, you know, he still remembers that, and I'm the only other NASCAR owner to ask him to drive for them besides his grandfather, you know. So
that's a great story.
Yeah, I mean, it's just we've had a relationship for a lot of years. We've gotten into a couple tussles, but nothing that was too terrible. But it's been fun.
Kyle, thank you so much for coming by. Great to see you,
absolutely.
man. Go
Awesome.
get him tonight.
Appreciate everybody being
Get you
here.
another
Thank you
win.
so much. Right on. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Rowdy Nation.
Thank you, brother.
Bristol Motor Speedway, give it up for Kyle Rowdy Busch.